Hello there. Today we're going to take a look at converting units of measure. The focus here will be for our fourth grade standards and our fourth grade students. We are going to support converting the units of measure with some visual models. The first one we'll take a look at is using an open number line. The second we'll take a look at is using a rectangle to represent a gallon. The first thing we're going to take a look at is using a number line to help students with conversions. This number line is a very strong visual model, and we expect that the student knows the unit ratio. So we expect that the student knows, in this example, that 1 foot equals 12 inches. They're going to use that unit knowledge to find out how many inches there are in 2 feet, how many inches there are in 2.5 feet. This is an example taken right from the Common Assessment. So we're going to draw our number line. It's an open number line. And we're going to mark the number line off. We're going to start by marking it off at 1 foot. And the student will additionally label that with 12 inches. That's their unit. If they go and they make another equal distance unit, that would be 2 feet. And how many inches would that be? Now they're trying to figure out 2.5 feet. What is that equal to? How many inches? So they could make another equal distance jump for 3 feet. And realize that that is 36 inches. So we're going up by 12, plus 12, plus 12. And if we know our unit was 12 inches, what is half of 12 inches? That would be 6 inches. So that would be 2.5 feet, 2 5/10 of a foot. And so that would be 24 plus 6 inches would get us to this spot right here, which would be 30 inches. I like to think what this would look like with the second example. And second example on the Common Assessment was converting seconds to minutes. So knowing the unit, that 1 minute equals 60 seconds. So 2 minutes would equal 120 seconds, and 3 minutes would equal 180 seconds, and 4 minutes would equal 240 seconds. Now, how does that help us on the example here? The question on the assessment was how many seconds are there in 4 minutes? Okay, and so we can see on our number line, and we've worked out plus 60, plus 60, plus 60, plus 60, made ourselves a visual here, that we have 240 seconds in 4 minutes. What about this question? 210 seconds. How many minutes was that? So we can go and we can look here and we can say, well, 20 more seconds got us to 200 seconds. Let's see. And 10 more seconds got us to 210 seconds, which is our goal. So we did plus 20 and plus 10. So 180 plus 20 plus 10, so 180 plus 30 got us to 210 seconds. 210 to 240, well, that's 30 more to get us there. Looks like we're about halfway. So would it be safe to say that 210 seconds is in the middle of 3 minutes and 4 minutes? 210 is in the middle of 180 and 240. So our answer would be 3.5 minutes. Now this is just one way to look at it. This is adding a visual to something that can be very mathematical. It doesn't have to look like this. This just followed my thinking as I went through. You may have students that are purely more into the number look of this conversion, but I feel that using an open number line with conversions is a very strong example. So if you have any questions, please email me. If you have a certain conversion that you'd like to see me kind of play around with and work out, please contact me. Let me know your thoughts. Okay, so now we're going to take a look. I think this is a model that many of us have taken a look at before, but we're going to use the rectangle to help us with some conversions here. Now this rectangle can be used to help students understand the units and what is equivalent to a gallon, and then they can use the same model to go on and do conversions. So this rectangle represents the entire gallon. If I draw another rectangle, same size, keeping that unit the same, I want to talk to the student about quarts. I want to talk to them about quarters. I want to talk about that base word there. And I will take the gallon and I'll split it into 4 parts. Each part is a quarter of the gallon. Okay. Using that same rectangle, I now want to talk to the students about pints. I'm going to split the gallon just as I did for the quarts. Now each pint is half of a quart. And I make that a certain way. Make the fourths and then split each quart. That leaves us with how many pints in a gallon? 8 pints equal 1 gallon. Okay, so now the student wants to tell you how many pints are in a quart. You can clearly see that right here. There's 2 pints in 1 quart. They have the same size value. How many pints are in 3 quarts? Well, here's 3 quarts. 2, 4, 6. 6 pints equal 3 quarts. Okay? We can also do this for the cup. Same size gallon. We know there's 4 quarts in a gallon. We know there's 8 pints in a gallon. And we know in each quart there are 4 cups. We know in each pint there are 2 cups. If we split this entire gallon into cups, there are 4, 8, 12, 16 cups in 1 gallon. How many cups are in a quart? Here's our quart. Here's our quart. Outline that, highlight it, use a different color, shade it. There's 4 cups in a quart. How many cups are there in 2 pints? Here's a pint. Here's a pint. 2 pints. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 cups in 2 pints. So we can use this model to help us with the knowledge of the units, and we can help this with use this with conversions. The most important thing is that the student learns how to draw them, and then the student learns how to use them to answer the questions. If you have any questions on this model, if you would like to learn a way to make this out of paper manipulatives, we could talk more about that. But again, these are strong visual models to help us with converting units of measure.